Just like everyone else, my TikTok For You page is just filled with Andrew Garfield edits at this point. So this week, I'm going to be reading some books recommended by the king himself. These are the books that Andrew has talked about in interviews and articles. So we have The Catcher in the Rye, Upstream, and Letters to a Young Poet. So we have one novel and two essay collections. I'll be reading these three books throughout the week and I'll let you know my thoughts. I think I'll start off with Catcher in the Rye. I know this is a really popular book but also a really controversial one, so I'm scared of actually reading it. Okay, I'm halfway through The Catcher in the Rye, and there isn't really a lot of plot going on. I'm not really sure what the story is about, but I'm not really vibing with the main character right now. But I still have about halfway to go, so we'll see. I think I'll put this aside for now and start with the other two books. Okay, I finished all the books, and I'm kind of surprised actually. So the first book that I read was The Catcher in the Rye, and I don't know, I have mixed feelings about this. I know people have mixed feelings about this book as well, like some people love it and some people hated it. And I'm somewhere in the middle. I thought the story was okay, but I just didn't like the main character that much, and maybe that was the point. Don't get me wrong, but there's still some parts that I really love. I'll read you one of my favorite quotes from the book. Anyway, I keep picturing all these little kids playing some game in this big field of rhino. Thousands of little kids, and nobody's around. Nobody big, I mean except me. I'm standing on the edge of some crazy cliff. What I have to do, I have to catch everybody if they start to go over the cliff. I mean, if they're running and they don't look where they're going, I have to come out from somewhere and catch them. That's all I'll do all day. I'll just be the catcher in the rye and all. I know it's crazy, but that's the only thing I really like to be. The next book that I read was Upstream by Mary Oliver, and this is a collection of essays. Mary Oliver is a poet, so of course the writing in this is just so beautiful. There are 5 sections in this book, and most of it talks about nature and the beauty of it. And I'll read you one of my favorite lines. Occasionally, I lean forward and gaze into the water. The water of a pond is a mirror of roughness and honesty. It gives back not only my own gaze, but the nimbus of the world trailing into the picture on all sides. The swallows, singing a little as they fly back and forth across the pond, are flying therefore over my shoulders and through my hair. A turtle passes slowly across the muddy bottom, touching my cheekbone. If at this moment I heard a clock ticking, would I remember what it was, what it signified? The third book that I read was Letters to a Young Poet by, I think I'm gonna butcher his name, Ryuki. This is a collection of letters from the author to a young poet, hence the title of the book, and I really enjoyed most of them. There are 10 letters in total in this, spanning across different times, and it's a really short book, so you can get through this pretty fast. It has themes about isolation, poetry, love, and overall it was a great read. I'm really surprised I enjoyed most of these. So in conclusion, I think it's safe to say that Andrew Garfield's book taste is just immaculate. I don't have an outro, but I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll see you in the next one.